All right, students, switch on your videos. Let's start today's class. All right, so tell me, what were we doing in the previous class? What is the last thing that you people have written?
Ma'am, last thing we have written biotic and abiotic resistance.
Abiotic, okay.
So we have to write from wider adapt.
Okay, so and up till where have I taught you?
Ma'am, till I think till there only.
Okay, till there, okay. All right, so we were looking at the different, you can say, reasons or the different factors for which the crop improvement is done, right? So out of them, we saw these many. We saw it for higher yield, we saw it for improved quality, then we saw it for the biotic and the abiotic stress resistance. Now the next thing that we are going to see that, okay, the crop variety improvement is also done for wider adaptability. Now, wider adaptability is what? There are some plants that can grow in a certain area, right? And then there are some that can grow in another type of area. So, what if we would want to grow the crops that do not normally grow in our area? And, like, for example, if you move crop from one place to another, that crop may die because of the deficiency of, you can say, proper
Nutrients.
minerals, proper nutrients, and everything, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So why not we develop or improve the variety of a crop in such a way that it can grow in different conditions, it can grow in different areas, in different soil. So this will help in setting high production, meaning if we can take the crop and make it, you can say, grow in different areas, meaning that this particular crop will be grown in different areas. So that will be very beneficial to us. This is a very great practice if it gets, you can say, successful. Then comes the desired trait. Now what is a desired trait? Desired, anything that we desired, is mean, it means that we want it, right? So desired trait refers to those characters or those qualities in a plant that we want particularly, right? For example, if you want longer height of the plant, you don't want shorter plants, you want longer plants, so that is a trait that you're looking for. Then if you want leaf, if you want many leaves, if you want less amount of leaves, then that is again can be a you can say a character or a trait. And if you are looking for branching or a tree that produces a lot of fruit, then a tree, you can say a big vegetable patch, and all of these things that you would think about, right? So when you get that in the plant that you're growing, so that is a desired trait. So we can also do the crop variety improvement when we want a desired trait. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear to you all, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. So this was all the different kinds of factors for which the crop variety improvement is done. Now let us see the crop production improvements. Now what are these? So it involves different practices carried out by farmers to achieve higher crop production. Students, first of all, you people tell me, do you understand the meaning of higher crop production?
Yes, more
What,
yield.
what is the meaning of higher crop production?
Ma'am, higher yield.
Higher yield of what?
Ma'am, of any crop.
So higher yield is having more plants or having more plants product?
Ma'am, more plants.
Actually both. To have more plants, and if there are more plants, then we'll have more plant products like fruits and vegetables and
Okay.
whatever timber and everything we get from it. So now let us see what are those extra activities or extra, you can say, phenomena that we can do so as to get the better or improved crop production. Now, what are these three things? Nutrient management, irrigation, and different cropping patterns. Now, when we look at the first one, that is nutrient management. Now, we know that, tell me students, all the nutrients or all the minerals that the soil requires, where does it come from?
Come
Where?
from the microorganisms.
No,
From the
no.
soil.
From the
Soil.
soil. Yes. Meaning every single nutrient, including water and everything, the plant takes it from the soil. Right? There are only certain amount of gases that the plant takes from the atmosphere. So now the nutrient management, meaning if we increase the available nutrients in the soil or if we decrease it, then it is going to affect the growth of the plant, isn't
Yes,
it?
ma'am.
What about the others? You people are also understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Now, so just like that, maybe with the help of some fertilizers, maybe with the help of some natural manure, we can increase the nutrient quality of the soil. And if we increase the nutrient quality of the soil, then that will automatically means that the plant will take up more and more nutrients. And if the plant is going to take more and more nutrients, then it will grow better, it will survive better, right? It will not get, you can say, ill, or you can say it will not get affected by any kind of disease, any kind of pathogen very quickly. So just like other organisms, plants also require some elements for their growth. Okay, even plants require certain elements. Now elements can be anything. It can be nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, iron, so many things. Now these elements are called as nutrients. Now let us see what are the sources. So the first thing is that the air, right? The air, water, and the soil. These are the three sources from where the nutrients can be obtained in the case of plants. Now, the first this source of the element is the air. Now, from the air, as I told you, all the gases, right? They can be obtained from the air, just like carbon, oxygen, right? These are the major gases that are taken by the plants through the air. Then comes the water. Now you know that whenever you want to water the plant, where do you put the water? Do you put it on the leaves or do you put it in the soil?
Ma'am, in the soil, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
Just one
On
second,
the
student.
soil.
Yes, you're right. One second. All right. So we put the water into the soil so that the roots can absorb it and give it to the plant. So that water contains the hydrogen molecule, it contains the oxygen molecule, and that is how the whole entire process of absorption of water will take place. Lastly comes the soil. Now the soil is the reservoir of all the nutrients. Okay, it is the reservoir. You know the meaning of reservoir, students? What is the meaning of reservoir?
No, ma'am.
It stores them.
Reservoir means it is, you can say, sort of like a collection of every single possible nutrient that the plant requires. Okay, so it is the reservoir of all the different kinds of nutrients a plant requires. This is for the soil. Now, what are all those nutrients? Now, see, those nutrients that the plants require in a large amount, we call those nutrients as the macronutrients. And then there are micronutrients. They are the nutrients that obviously the plants would require in a much lesser amount. There are something just like how in our food, we require a lot of protein and carbohydrates in our diet.
Yes,
But do we
ma'am.
require a lot of iron and salt in our diet?
No, ma'am.
No, we don't. So just like that, macronutrients are those nutrients that are required in a large amount, and the micronutrients are required in a smaller amount.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now let us see the examples. For macronutrients, there is nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, magnesium, and sulfur. Do you people know the symbol of all of the elements?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What is nitrogen?
Ma'am, NH. Sorry.
Ma'am, N.
NO.
N. Nitrogen is just N. Phosphorus?
Ma'am, pH.
P. No,
No,
P.
pH.
P.
Ma'am, P.
Then potassium?
Potassium K.
K.
ma'am.
K. Calcium?
C.
Cl.
Ca. Okay. Magnesium?
Mg.
Mg.
Sulfur?
Sulfur
S.
Su.
S. Only S. Okay. So these are the examples of macronutrients. Then tell me about the micro. Iron?
Ma'am, Fe.
Fe. Zinc?
Ma'am, zinc, I don't know.
Zn. Zinc
Zn.
is Zn. Copper?
Cu.
Very good. Cu. Chlorine?
Cl.
Cl. Boron?
Boron is
B.
Bu.
B. Manganese?
Magnesium, I
Mn.
don't
Mn.
Mn. Molybdenum?
know. Right, that we don't know.
This is Mb. Okay. So these are the micronutrients. Okay. So these are what the plant requires. All right. Now you people note down. Then I'll move forward.
I'm done.
Mom done.
Ma'am, done.
Okay, students. Just wait 1 second. Okay, any doubts up until now?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Mom, done.
No.
All of you are done, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Mom, done.
Once again.
No, ma'am, not done.
Okay, it's okay. You take your time. I'm waiting for you all. It's okay. Don't be in a hurry. Read, understand, and then write.
Because you're
All of you are done, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Mango.
Done, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All of you are done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All very good. Okay, any doubts up until now?
No, ma'am.
Okay, wonderful. Now see, moving forward, See, these, like I told you, they are macro and micronutrients, right? Meaning one way or the other, the plant requires them. It doesn't matter whether it is the higher amount that they require or the smaller amount that they require. But just in case if the plant does not get enough of these minerals or enough of these nutrients, then obviously the plant is going to face a lot of issues because of that. Now, if the deficiency of these nutrients take place, it affects the physiological process of the plants. Physiological means all the bodily functions of the plant, meaning the plant will not be able to do normal photosynthesis, it will not be able to respire, and all, it will also not be able to make gametes. So the processes like reproduction, growth, photosynthesis, all of these things will sort of take a halt, or you can say slow down. Why? Because if these nutrients or if these minerals are deficient in the plant's, you can say diet or system, it will make the plant easily catch diseases because the plant will be weak. So just like how us, if we do not have enough, you can say immunity, we get, like you can say, we get
Yes.
ill like easily. So same thing happens in the case of plants also if they do not have enough nutrients in them. And this is called their susceptibility, meaning they will be susceptible to variety of diseases because of the deficiency of all of these nutrients. So they are very important. Now, if you think about the deficiency, so we must also think about the excessive of it. So if these macro and micronutrients, they are taken in excessive amounts, then also it will be very harmful for the plants, because anything of, you can say, excess of anything is bad, right? So there should be a moderate amount of all of these nutrients in the plant, like in the soil, so that they can take it, but it should not be excessive, right? And it should not be less than what is required, because if it will be less than what is required, then the plant will not be able to take it yet again. Right, so the plant will have a lot of physiological problems. And whenever the word physiology comes, it means bodily
Body.
functions, all the functions that take place in the body. Now coming on to the next thing, that is manure. Now manure is, you can say, a supplement, just like how we have supplements in our diet, isn't it? We take tablets, we take syrups, we take
Yes.
protein powders and all of that. So plants, they also require extra nutrients, and that comes from the manure. It is the supplement for the plant. It contains a large quantity of organic matter and it supplies nutrients to the plant. Okay, it is just like a supplement. Now, how is it prepared? So it is prepared by the decomposition of animal excreta and plant waste. So whenever the like mostly in the rural areas, because there are many cows and buffaloes over there. So what happens? The cows and buffaloes, when they excrete, right? So their like excreta, their cow dung and all of that is collected. Okay, and that is collected, and you can say it is put in the soil. And when that gets decomposed by the earthworms or by the microorganism, and even the parts of the plant, that may be the dried leaf, it like, what happens to the leaf when it gets dried? It falls to the ground, right? If
Yes,
any
sir.
plant part also dies, that also falls to the ground. There are many you can say worms and all. If those also die, they are also present in the soil. So what happens? Slowly decomposition of all of these matter happens, and at the end, for example, cow dung itself has so many different kinds of nutrients. Then animal's body or the plant also have so many nutrients. So all of that gets deposited at one place, and it is a result of decomposition activity, breakdown activity. And this manure, like after that decomposition has been done, the thing that is left is the manure. And this manure is extremely good for the plant because it helps it, like apart from the plant, it helps the soil also. It helps in improving the soil structure. It
Body.
makes the soil better. It makes
Yes.
the soil quality better. And it makes, like, like, what is a better soil? According to us, a better soil is the one that will be able to have all the nutrients, and it will be able to have oxygen and water in it without
And
any harmful substance. Yes?
Ma'am, can we say that is also very fertile?
Hmm?
It is also very fertile. Can we say that?
Yeah, the soil that has enough manure. See, soil fertility doesn't only comes from the manure, it comes from a lot of things. But manure actually adds to the soil's fertility a lot. Okay, and a fertile soil. What is the meaning of a fertile soil? A fertile soil is the soil that can grow a plant. Okay, if you take a plant and you know, like the sand that is available on the sea beach, if you take a plant, you like if you take a seed and you plant it in the soil, sandy soil, do you think the seed will ever grow?
Mm. No, ma'am.
No. Have you ever seen anything growing on a sand?
No, ma'am.
No, you don't. Why? Because that soil is not fertile enough to grow a plant on it. And like talking about desert, it's a different thing. Desert has a different kind of soil, but I'm talking about the sea beach soil. That is sandy, right? So like not a lot of plants can grow in it. So soil fertility refers to the ability of the soil to have enough nutrients so that it can grow plants in it. Apart from that, the manure, it also increases the water holding capacity of the soil. Now water holding capacity is a great capacity that the soil should have, meaning it should be porous. A soil should be porous, and a soil being porous means that it will have tiny holes in it, and these holes will be able to hold water
Exchange
in it.
gases.
Exchange gases also, to aeration is also very important, because if the
Yes,
air
ma'am.
is not there in the soil, the root part of the plant will die, and which
Yes,
we
ma'am.
don't want to happen. And apart from that, the soil should be loose enough to hold the water. If the soil doesn't hold the water, then like it will, the water will seep out and the plant will not get any water. Getting my point? So that is why all of these things are very important, and because of manure, the soil structure gets better, the soil quality gets better, and also the water holding capacity of the soil gets better. Clear, students?
Yes,
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
ma'am.
you understand how important the manure is?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now you can note it down.
Yeah.
Yes, all of you are done, students?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Done. Yes, ma'am. Done.
All of you are done, students?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Done.
All right. Any doubts up until now, students?
No, ma'am.